Yeah, so this is my third year driving this type of car. I love it. It's not that small, which is nice, just because in case you have a lot of luggage or you're picking your family up from the airport, but at the same time it's easy to park. So there's a lot of good things about this car. The gas is very good. The blind spot protection is very good. You barely have to think when you're driving the car. It stops on its own sometimes if you're about to hit something. So there's a lot of safety precautions that are taken while driving this car, which is great for me. I mean, I don't think I'm the world's best driver, but I'm definitely not the worst driver. So it's definitely a good car for me to drive.
What kind of driver you are?
You know, before I got to Finland, I don't think I was a slow driver, but I definitely wasn't a reckless driver. But now that I've lived in Finland for the majority of the last 2.5 years, I've definitely slowed down a lot. I think it's just the fear of getting a speeding ticket here. My dad will tell you the story. My first day home from Finland 2 years ago, I was barely going the speed limit, and it was almost going too slow just from being used to driving in Finland so long. So I think now I've transitioned into a very slow driver, almost like a extremely old person. Well, it looks good. I think that's one thing that a lot of guys, when they go pick out a car, they want it to look good, especially if you're going to spend that kind of money. And these cars are very appealing from the outside, and on the inside they're extremely good looking as well. So that's the first thing. And the second thing, how smooth it drives. I mean, you could tell as we're driving now, it's barely like we're moving. Partnership that Jokerit has with Arita is awesome, and definitely makes our life a lot easier just from going to the rink and getting home from the rink, especially on game days. So definitely increases our time, our free time during the day, having that luxury of driving a car home to and from the rink, having that flexibility. So it's definitely something that the imports love, the sponsorship that we have with this great company. So it makes our life a lot easier. Well, I think we did a good job of learning from what we did wrong in the preseason and growing from that. And then once the season started, I think our power play, our penalty kill, our special teams in general have been really good. And then we're getting really good goaltending. So anytime you have those three things working well, your team's usually going to have a chance to win most games. And that's been the case. And I think the guys have bought into the system that Latte is installed, and it's a good system, and all of us understand how to do it now. I think the preseason was very important for that learning process, and we're enjoying playing that system.
You played last season as a center, now you play as a winger. How does it feel to move center to winger?
Yeah, it's more comfortable than going from winger to center, mainly because most of my career I've played winger. So that's a more natural position for me. Center, there's a little bit more defensive responsibility. So maybe when you're a winger, you can take a few more chances offensively and use a little bit more energy playing offense. Who's the worst driver? Stevie Moses. Absolutely. Just from what I've heard, he's dinged up the car a couple of times. I don't know if it was his fault or just bad luck, but that's the rumor on the street. Fortunately, I haven't been in the car with him that much, but Stevie Moses, I think, has the reputation for being the worst driver on the team.